Alrighty, so we have reached the point in either the entire video or in this video series, depending on which way round you're watching it, where we are going to tackle the bathroom. Now, I'd just like to remind you, if you are watching each individual video, that we are not decorating. We are just cleaning. So if you haven't seen any of the other videos, I am cleaning, not decorating. This is a deep clean. Look at the grungy tiles. Now, if we were decorating, I would have ripped all the tiles off, replaced the sink, the bath and the lavatory, everything, even the flooring. The whole lot would have gone and been replaced. But that is happening next year between sort of 2026, 2027. April 26 to April 27. It's happening then. So today we're just getting rid of all this grease and well, not grease really, is it? It's just dust and grime and grunge that has accumulated in this bathroom. Now, I do clean it once a week. As you've seen from my other videos, the whole house gets cleaned once a week. But we're in need of a very good clean. Now, where we open and close this door, there are a lot of finger marks, but also we've worn the paint back to the colour that was on the door before, which was like this beigey, creamy, icky colour. So it kind of looks like it's patchy dirty rather than like a nice clean white. But again, we're cleaning, not redecorating. So that will wait for when I'm getting the paint and all that sort of stuff done. So I did buy 2 shower curtains, so I can take this one down and throw that in the washing machine and pop a nice clean one up. I do like a clean shower curtain, and I'm thinking if I wash them often enough that they won't end up with that weird sort of light orangey pink yucky colour at the bottom that a lot of shower curtains seem to get. I haven't replaced the bath mat yet. I'm thinking I might not bother. We seem to be able to stand up and not slip about all over the place and, fall down. So I don't think I need a bath mat. Plus, if I do have a bath mat, it tends to go a bit mouldy and a bit musty and yick. So yeah, for now, we're going to see how we go without a bath mat. If I need to get one, I will pick one up. Now, I was going to scrubby-dub all of the walls in one great big motion. But because I tiled this bathroom, and I am no tiler, the tiles went on fine-ish. The grouting went badly, and not even badly-ish. The grouting was horrendous. Now, it doesn't look awful in this video as I'm watching it back. But trust me, you get a close-up of the grouting and you'll realise in some places it's massive. In some places it spills over onto the actual tile. And in some places it's non-existent at all. Because no, I didn't use the tile spacers to space the tiles out. Because I thought, what's the point? Why do you need them? Just put them on the wall and no one needs little bits of plastic studded in the wall to figure out your tiles are in a straight line, because that's just stupid. Well, turns out not so stupid. Turns out actually quite sensible. So maybe I should have used them, but hey. I also need to call the heating engineers back out, because that little vent thing that I'm cleaning now at the top of the wall, that's a little sort of air pump heater thing. It's an extra air heater. But the whole front cover sort of wobbles, and there you see, it wobbles and comes off. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not, so I need to get that checked. The plan for this bathroom, when hopefully the housing association do come out and renovate it, because it's coming up for its what's it called? It's time. It's a very, very old, tired and battered bathroom. It needs replacing. So every certain amount of years, the housing association or councils will come out and replace bathrooms and kitchens and windows and things like that. It's the part of their upgrade scheme. So we're due for that. Now, if we have our way, what's going to go in here is it's going to just be a wet room. So instead of having a bath in here, it will just be a shower with a drain straight into the floor. So for those of you who don't know what a wet room is, that's what a wet room is. It literally is just a bathroom floor that's got a drain in it, and the shower water runs straight onto the floor, straight down the plug hole, rather than sort of like have a shower tray or that sort of thing. And it'll give us a lot more space in the bathroom, because obviously if the plug hole is directly under the shower, we haven't got to worry about having a bath there or a shower cubicle taking up room. So, yeah, we are hoping beyond hope that the council, or the housing association, I should say, will allow us to have a wet room. And this means, like I say, we can get some storage in here because there is nowhere to put anything in here. We can't have like extra toilet rolls in here. I've got that little cupboard under the sink, but that's got bits in it. So you can only fit about 5 or 6 loo rolls in there. And that means not only have I got like one toilet roll that sits on top of the cistern that's in use, I've got 5 or 6 toilet rolls in the cupboard as spares. And then I've got the rest of the pack of 32 toilet rolls sitting in my dining room, just taking up space, looking all odd. What I would like is space in my bathroom to store like shower gel products and soaps and the toilet rolls. I would also really like somewhere in the bathroom to store the towels. Now, they are currently being stored in the cupboard in the living room, but I don't want them there. I would really like them in the bathroom. That being said, though, I mean, each one of us has 2 towels, 2 bath towels, and myself and Alyssa have 2 hair towels. So that's like 2, 4, 8 bath towels and 4 hair towels. That's 12 towels in total. Yes, I'm struggling with the maths, leave me alone. That's 12 towels I have to find a home for, and they are taking up an awful lot of room in that cupboard. We've got the bedding in there as well, so it's just like, oh. And I want actually to rip that cupboard unit out in the living room and have some gorgeous open plan shelves, but Dell thinks we should stick with a cupboard there. So we're in debate at the moment whether we should have a cupboard or the shelves in there. I'm not sure, but either way, I would really like it if all the towels and the flannels and that sort of thing could all be in the bathroom, ready to just get hold of and use whenever you needed. And if we had a wet room, that would mean I could either put a towel rack on the wall, or I could put a unit in there that would store the towels. I also would like a laundry basket in here, because at the moment, laundry gets discarded on the floor and it's really annoying. But if we had a laundry hamper, which we did have before, but literally you have the laundry hamper in here at the moment and there is no room to get in and out of the bathroom. It's like squishing in. If we had a wet room, I could get a laundry hamper in there and we could put dirty laundry in there without taking up too much space and trying to squish in and out of the bathroom. I would also like one of those folding doors, like just sort of concertinas and slides open and folds open, rather than this door that actually sort of opens into this tiny little postage stamp of a bathroom. So I think either I'm going to ask for that to be fitted, or I'm just going to purchase it myself and pop it on. I do need to buy a new set of Roman blinds, because my one, I think you can even see from here, someone tried to open the window without lifting the blind up and broke the blinds. I fixed them. I fixed them back together again, not a problem. And then again, instead of lifting the blinds up to open the window, they've just reached through the blinds and broken them again. So I need a new set, and hopefully next time what I'm going to do is get a thicker set. So they're thicker, chunkier, easier to clean and harder to break. And I think what I might do is during the day, I can come downstairs, lift the blinds up, and at night I'll just go around and pull them down as part of the locking up and unlocking of the house in the morning and at night time. And then people won't have to worry about shoving their hand through the blinds to open the window, because, well, the blind will be up and it won't be such a problem. I also need to fix them properly. We've done a really bad job in here. I mean, we're not the best at DIY. And given that we never save up, we just do it on the fly, we've never really had the money to do things massively properly. Now we're saving to do things. And yes, that does mean we have to put up with tat and like overuse stuff for just a little bit longer. But at the end of the day, I would rather spend my money on good quality things and all at once and get everything done all at the same time. Because what happens is, let's say I replace the blinds, okay? And then I get enough money to replace the tiles in the bathroom. I've then got to take the blind down and it never goes back up again properly, or screws get lost and it gets broken. So now I've got to buy a new blind. By the time I've got round to getting the tiles, the blind's probably old and wilted and horrible anyway. Then you've got other bits to buy and it just, I'd rather do it all at once. So yes, I completely understand that the house looks tatty and tired and genuinely past its prime. I am well aware of that, and I am saving up to buy new things and do it all at once in one fell swoop. It is coming. The videos are they're not in the making at the moment because I haven't saved up enough money to actually make a video, but it's coming. It is coming. It will happen. It will probably happen in the start of 2026. We'll start revamping again because obviously with Christmas coming through, money needs to be spent on Christmas. But it's coming. We're going to get there. For now, we're just going to mend and make do. And if something desperately needs replacing, then we'll probably replace it. But until then, like I say, mend and make do. Now, bath is getting a good scrub. I don't know if you saw the weird blue drip stain at the bottom end of the bath where the copper pipe, the tap leaks, but all the pipes are copper. And it's kind of left this blue skiddy mark. Well, not a skid mark. that's really bad. A blue sort of slide mark down the bath where it's been dripping constantly. We were going to get the washer replaced in there, but because these taps are... I don't know what the word is for them, but the washers we can get don't fit them, no matter where we've looked, and we're going to have to look sort of outside of the UK to try and get washers to fit these taps, and it's just not worth it. So they're going to slowly, they don't drip that bad, they sort of drip every so often, but we're going to just get the money together to replace the tap altogether. So that's going to be done in the bathroom revamp. Although, like I said, if the Housing Association rip the bathroom out and put in an entire wet room, we won't have to worry about new taps anyway. Now, cleaning the blinds. Oh, good grief. This is one job I wish I hadn't started. I hate cleaning Roman blinds with a passion. But they're easier to clean than the roller blinds because I don't know how I'm supposed to clean the roller blinds. I guess I'll figure it out when we get to that part of the cleaning process. But each one of these tiny, thin little slats you have to kind of get hold of and wipe down. And then the one below it, you have to get hold of it and wipe it down. And if you dare touch the clean bit, for some reason, even though your hands are clean, you touch the clean part that you've just wiped and you leave like these little fingerprinty marks all over it, like you've got filthy, dirty hands. I'm like, I know my hands are clean. I washed them. How are you making dirty marks on my clean Roman blinds? It drove me mad. Plus the bits that were broken, that didn't do me any favours either. But I did persevere and I got them clean at long last. I swear. It took forever. So let's talk colour schemes for this room. Let's talk what's going to be happening in here. So like I said, hopefully it will be a wet room. But whether it's a wet room or not, we are going to be going a very warm, it's not teal, taupe. Taupe is going to be the running theme throughout the house. So it's going to be very taupe. I would like it all tiled again because, I don't know, I just like it tiled. And if I'd got the spacing right and the grouting done properly, then it wouldn't have been so much of a problem. But I didn't do that, did I? So there are going to be taupe tiles going throughout the bathroom. I am keeping the Roman blinds, but they're going to be switched to maybe either a light wood effect Roman blind or a dark wood. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm thinking a light wood because the bathroom's quite small and dark anyway. So yeah, we'll go a light wood. But I am keeping those voile or voila, the net curtainy things. I'm keeping them. Look at the colour difference. Now some of that is dirt, but once I cleaned these blinds, I realised actually it's not all dirt making that colour difference. Actually, where some have been in the sun and some haven't been in the sun, it's actually stained the blinds a different colour. Like the sun has dyed the blinds a different colour. You can see where I've cleaned them. One still looks creamy and one still looks more white. But yeah, look how thick the grime was. Anyway, back to the story of what we were talking about. They're going to be light wood effect Roman blinds. I'm keeping those voiles or whatever they're called, the net curtains, because I just like the way the light diffuses through them and it softens the light. I know people say you shouldn't have curtains in bathrooms, but I like them, so they're staying. I'm going to change the curtain rod though. That's annoying me. I don't like that. So that's going to be the window. That's all the muck I got off of the blinds. Look at it, grime. Yeah. So taupe, light wood Roman blinds and those beautiful curtains. I am going to get them trimmed shorter so they sit nicely. I'm going to get some lovely tie backs. There is also, like I say, going to be a wash basket, hopefully if we do get the wet room. I'm going to come up with way more storage solutions. We now have like a table saw or something, I think it's called. So we're going to be able to cut our own wood and things like that. So we can build bespoke stuff to fit how we want it to fit. And we won't have to buy stuff directly that might be slightly too big or slightly too small. We can literally build it to our own specifications of what we want. If we do end up with a bath, what I'm thinking about is making like underbath cubby storage. I think you can buy it, but if not, I might make it. So where the bath panel is at the moment, it will be like underbath storage, little shelves or something. And I'm thinking maybe having sort of a slidey panel, so you don't have to see it all the time, but you can easily access it. So there's going to be lots of little storage options. Now, some of you have suggested over the toilet shelving, which I've looked into, and given the size of the bathroom and where the curtains hang and all that, there's not really enough room to put a shelving unit above the toilet because they're all slightly too wide and they all encroach just a little bit onto like the window. As it just looks really odd, or it would look really odd if I bought them. So I'm going to either buy some shelves and cut them down, or I'm going to make my own shelving unit for above the toilet, because I think popping some shelves there and having some gorgeous little knickknacks and toilet rolls maybe on them would just be ideal. And I can have some little wicker baskets. Oh, everyone's a fan of a wicker basket in a bathroom, aren't they? So though that will be happening. I'm also going to keep the theme running from the rest of the house in the bathroom. So it will be going sort of a Great Yarmouth, Hemsby, Seaside type theme. I've seen some lovely little knickknacks and doobry whatnots that could go in here. Like the light pull cords. You can get light pull cords with a little seagull hanging on the end. And I just love it. I actually wonder if I can get, you know, the little knobs on drawers you can get, right? I wonder if you can get seagull drawer knobs. That would look so cute. Or it might look slightly kitsch or whatever the word is and tacky. To be fair though, I don't really care. I like it and I'm paying for it. So yeah, we're going for seagulls and seasidey theme. It's going to look gorgeous. I wonder if I can get a seagull bath mats and a seagull pedestal mat and a seagull soap display. I'm just going to fill the house with seagulls. I'm obsessed. I love them. Even my ringtone on my phone is seagulls. Literally, it is seagulls squawking with laughter. I think they're brilliant. I love them. I'd have a pet seagull if I could, but I don't think you're allowed, which is a shame. And apparently, I've heard from rescue centres and things like that, because I'm part of a group on Facebook. They rescue them, and they like the ones that can't be released back into the wild in residential areas cause nothing but grief, because they're a bit like cockerels. They start with the noise, and like they're just so annoying. Everybody finds them annoying. I love them. I'd be well happy having seagulls living next door, cawing with laughter all flipping day. They're great. I think they're fantastic. So characterful and, yeah, greedy, but hey, what can you do? I mean, if I lived at the seaside, I'd want fish and chips and ice cream every day. And if someone was, you know, walking around offering them about for free, I'd be taking them too. So I can't really blame the seagulls for wanting to tuck into your fish and chips. Just, I don't know, eat inside or hide. You'll be fine. Seagulls don't want to come inside to nick your chips. They just want to do it while you're sitting on the beach. You know, we've come a very long way. When I first moved into this house, or when we first moved into this house, everything was just slapdash. You know, we needed a sofa to sit on. That'll do. We needed that. That'll do. And everything was done cheap as we could. Then from there, we sort of progressed to what we thought was nice, and we had no real idea of style. We just sort of, I kind of like that style, that can go in, but I kind of like that style and that can go in. And there was no cohesion to any of the styles. Then I kind of went through this, I want everything minimalist and very little like trinkets and tat out. I want everything put away, very empty and minimal, so it's easy to keep clean. And I didn't like that, so we got lots of little pretty things to have about all over the place, knickknacks. And then I realised actually that's not what I want at all, because you have to dust that and that's horrible. And I could never really find my style, and I think that's because secretly I was always trying to dress this place for other people. I always wanted those like colourless palaces, you know, with the cut glass crystal and the diamantes everywhere, and the grey and the white and the clean lines and the carpet lines and all that jazz. I really thought I wanted that. And I was trying so hard to get everything that fit that niche, that actually I wasn't looking at what I wanted and what, you know, would fit our family, what would fit our lifestyle. And what I really, really want is to go back to the 90s, really. I want to go back to the 90s. I want Seaside because that's where I'm happiest. It's where Dell grew up a lot of the time. And it's where my kids have happy memories. And yeah, I am going to decorate this house in a way that makes us happy, in a way that makes me happy. I'm not going to be doing it anymore for some family somewhere that might one day want to buy or move into our home. I'm not doing it for Instagram pictures anymore, you know, or those beautiful carpet lines. I want a clean home, a nice smelling home, an organised home, one that reminds me of the happy times in my childhood and will provide happy times for, and happy memories, should I say, for my family and my kids and everyone else who visits. Because I'm sorry, if you visit someone's house that's like completely sparkling, spotlessly clean, do you not feel a little bit anxious? I do. I'm always worried. What if I spill something? What if I knock something over? What if I stand somewhere I shouldn't, or ruin the carpet lines, or, you know, you're forever fretting and worrying that you've messed something up. And while I don't want people coming to my house and trashing it, I would rather people come to my house and know that we're comfortable and that they can feel comfortable too. So that's what I'm aiming for. That is really what I'm aiming for. I want to keep it real. I want to keep it normal, and I want to keep it true. Because one of the things I started to do one of the things I wanted to achieve when I set out with this channel was that I wanted it to be authentic. I wanted it to be real world messes. I wanted it to be real world disorganized, real world changing of my life from who I was to where I wanted to be. And I wanted to share the discoveries I'd made and the plans I had and things like that. So yeah, I've realised now that I don't want to be that Instagram ready house anymore. My house is going to be Instagram ready, but in my way. I don't want to follow the status quo anymore. I don't want to do it. Yeah, with some of the things, of course I do. You know, I think some of the things are brilliant, but they will be the things that will fit and resonate with me and my family. Not the stuff that I'm like, wow, everyone else is doing that. That looks so good. I'm going to do it too. So yeah, everything is going kind of 90s theme, kind of seaside-y theme. We need to bring a little bit of magic and sparkle back to our lives, do we not? I genuinely think we do. I really think that somewhere along the line, we've all got a bit, samey. Everyone wants the same colour. Everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to do that. And it's fine. I mean, I get we're all pack animals and everyone wants to sort of toe the line. You don't want to be too far out of the norm, right? But it's become a point now where we're almost making ourselves uncomfortable to fit in. I would like to change that. I would like us to still remain true to ourselves while still kind of fitting in. And I think that's more than doable, to be honest with you. Let's do it. Let's bring a little bit of magic and sparkle back to our lives. Do the things that make you happy. As long as you're not deliberately hurting anybody else and there's no malice involved in it. Why shouldn't you have bright purple radiators in every room in your house? Oh, yeah, because people think it's ugly. Then those people don't need to be coming to your house anymore. If you want bright purple radiators through your house because bright purple radiators make you happy, then find other people that are going to embrace your bright purple radiators, or are just going to go, well, that's not for me, but cool, I can ignore it. While we're talking about radiators, right, this mess down here. I've tried cleaning this, but every time you do, you risk cutting your flipping fingers. I'm going to show you if I can get the camera in at the right angle. Let me just, hang on. I take about 3 or 4 attempts to try and get it in. There's a lot of dust and debris down here as well, because whoever cleans around the back of their pipes. Right, let me clean this mess up a minute. On the floor is a small piece of pipe sticking up out the floor, because these are concrete floors and the old pipes run under the concrete. They cut, there it is, the old pipes for the heating system and left just these little bits of pipes sticking out, because obviously they weren't going to dig up the floor to remove the old pipe. So they've just cut it off, slightly proud of the floor, and left it. Which means you can't really mop in that corner because it just sort of catches on the mop, or all the bits of yuck get caught in there as well. So I'm going to clean it as best as I can. And when it comes to redecorating, I'm just going to stick a thicker underlay down so that that's not really a problem anymore. There's the same the other side as well. It's the pipes stick out through the floor. It's such a nightmare. But anyway, so under here, nice bit of mouldy mould. Oh, rescue a little baby spider. He was the only one I found. I say he, it could have been a she. It was so tiny I couldn't tell. But that was the only spider I found. Cobwebs all over the shop, but that was the only spider I actually found. Now, here, let me depart some useless wisdom on you from what I understand of it. A spider web is only a spider web if it has a resident spider living in it. If it doesn't have a resident spider living in it, it becomes a cobweb. So I'm led to believe. I don't quite know if that's the Oxford English Dictionary version of it, but as far as I'm aware, yes, a spider web is a spider web only when it has a spider living in it. Otherwise, it is a cobweb. Not to be confused, of course, if the spider's out. I mean, it's still a spider web if the spider's sort of gone to visit its neighbour or gone on walkabouts. It's still a spider web. I don't know why I needed to depart that piece of useless wisdom with you all, but hey, I thought I did. And actually, it's probably going to come up in the comments that I'm wrong, and a cobweb and a spider web are just different names for the same thing. But in my head, I think that makes logical sense. A spider web should have a spider living in it, and a cobweb doesn't need to have a spider living in it, which is why it's a cobweb. It's an old spider web. Anyway, moving on. This radiator, right? It looks dirty still. It's not dirty. When they put the heating system in, that was a brand new radiator. They got solder or flax or whatever it's called, I don't know, when they were soldering the pipes together all over it. And it peeled some of the enamel off of the radiator, which means there's now bits of bare metal sticking through the paint on that radiator. I am going to get a radiator cover for it, so you won't be able to see it anyway. And I'm hoping that when I do the renovation of the bathroom and put new stuff in, actually what I'm going to do is build like fake stud walls. So the pipes will be all hidden behind fake stud walls. So you won't see a single pipe or any of that stupid plastic trunking. Oh my God, does that annoy me so much? Plastic trunking and flipping pipes. And actually, where the guy put the shower in, right? He did a good job. I'm not faulting his work at all. He put in beautiful trunking. It was lovely. But when they put the heating system in, they actually set fire to the trunking. And they sort of tried to repair it for me, but they've put it back together and they've done a really bad job of fixing it. It looks awful. So I am going to put in a fake stud wall and just hide everything. Hide the lot. I know it's not going to... Well, it's going to look fine. I don't know if I need to put insulation behind it, though. I don't think I'm going to bother. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see when we get there. But either way, yeah, fake stud wall is going up. And then I will decorate onto the fake stud wall instead. Yeah, I'm going to lose a little bit of bathroom, but it's the bits of the bathroom I can't use anyway. So, like 2 inches under the radiator. No one's going to miss that. It's going to be fine. So, fake stud wall everywhere. I actually was thinking about getting like that... it's like shower screen or the insides of the shower, you know, just that plastic sheeting that goes up on the inside of shower cubicles. I was thinking on getting that and doing the walls with that, but no, I like the idea of tile. We're just going to have to box everything in first. It's going to be a lot of work. The bathroom's going to be very expensive. Every room in the house is going to be expensive. As we go through them all, I will sort of take you through what each room is going to look like when it's been fully redecorated. I have got my nice little savings jar ready to go so I can save a little bit here and there so I can finally get the stuff done. I can't wait for some of these projects. Some of them are going to be big, huge. To be fair, I think most of them are going to be big and huge. Bathroom's certainly going to be a big project. The dining room I don't think is going to be that big. The kids' rooms and our room... probably not so big. There's a fair bit of work needs doing, but they shouldn't be that big. The kitchen's going to be a massive project. Garden is a massive project, and the living room is certainly going to be a massive project. But hey, when we get to deep cleaning those, I'll talk you through what's going to be happening in there as well. Just a reminder for those of you who are watching this in individual videos, because I'm putting them out in two forms. Some of you like to watch them individual videos, and some of you like to watch them as one great big long video. If you're watching this as an individual video, I will be losing my train of thought quite regularly. And if you're watching this as one great big long video, I've probably done the same to you as well. So shall we just move on from whatever I'm talking about? Apologies if you were on that train with me and you still remember my destination. I've forgotten my destination and I've now exited the train and I'm about to either board another train or a plane or a car. I have no idea where the heck I'm going. But hey, join me for the ride. It's nothing if not, an experience. Okay, up here. Now, up here I did come across many a spider web. And actually, they were really quite see-through. I didn't see them at all and ended up just getting wrapped in them. This door... Hang on, half of the door footage is missing. Oh, well, never mind. You can see I did clean the door. And like I said, it's literally going back to the old paint now where it's been cleaned a few times. And it desperately needs a repaint, a recover. But we're not decorating today. We are just... cleaning. I had to keep reminding myself we're cleaning, decluttering and organising. I will go through the medicine cabinet. I haven't done that yet for you. I've done it for me, but I haven't got there for you guys yet. I have cleaned out the cupboard under the sink, so that's fine. And I did throw away some out-of-date soaps and stuff because you can only keep them for like 12 or 24 months before they go a bit and crusty. So I threw some bits away, which is good. Because we always end up with about 8 different shower gels or face soaps. And no one ever uses a full bottle of anything. It's like, what's the point? Let's just have one shower gel on the go at all times. One shampoo. That's all we need. I mean, I'm a big fan of the bar soap. I do really like a bar soap. But at the end of the day, we need one shower gel and one shampoo between us all. We don't really need all of this flouncy stuff. I do not need special shampoo conditioner for me whereas everyone else uses a separate one. I don't need a specific body scent stuff. One soap to do them all is fine. So yeah, we got rid of that. I'm also getting a little toothbrush holder because I don't like it. Our toothbrushes just end up laying on the shelfie thing, which really annoys me because they're kind of just, I don't know, getting a bit dirty up there, I think. I mean, it's not really dirty up there, but you know what I mean. Flat surfaces collect dust, and if you brush your teeth and then fling them on the oh, good grief, it's not a shelf, it's a windowsill. You brush your teeth and you fling your toothbrush on the windowsill, and there's dust up there, your toothbrush is going to get a bit dirty. I always rinse mine before I use it anyway, but I don't know, it just seems more hygienic to get us a nice toothbrush holder and a toothpaste holder so that can be, you know, put away nicely. Or I was looking into getting those little cap things, you know, for travel toothbrushes. You can get like a little clip-on cap that goes over the head of the toothbrush, and we can clip-on cap the toothbrushes and then sling them back in the cupboard. Although that won't happen. They'll get put on top of the windowsill. But if I try and stay on top of it, which I won't do, but I want to do, then just every day I can have a quick wipe round the bathroom and throw the toothbrushes where they belong at the end of each day, you know. But I won't. I say these things, and if it's just one room, I could keep on top of it. But I'd have to do a quick wipe round and clean of the bathroom, of the kitchen, a quick hoover round of all the bedrooms. And I know you're all out there saying, well, if you do it every day, it only takes you like half an hour or an hour. It's not that long, rah, rah, rah. And I'm not taking the mick out of anyone. I know it sounds like I am, but that's just how it sounds in my head. Everyone's saying just do it daily and it won't take you that long. It's not a problem, right? And I understand that completely. But I come home from work and there's all sorts of other things I have to and need to and want to get done. And I don't really have the time. I know everyone thinks I come home from work and I just sit on the sofa and do nothing. And I do. Some days I do. But some days, do you know what? I'm entitled to a dang rest, so I'll have one, tar very much. But when I come home, I don't stop. I don't come home and just switch off. I come home and I keep going. It's normally sorting out this, that, or the other, or I'll do some editing, or, you know, there's other jobs I need to do. I've got my coursework to do. I've got work after I finish work. I don't just work one job. I work 2 jobs. So when I come home, I'm still working. And there really isn't the time to do an hour's housework. And I know everyone, yes, well, if you took an hour, it would be fine. I don't know, I just don't feel like I have an hour just to take time out to do the housework. Maybe I do if I just got on with it. I don't know. But I don't want to come home after a long day of cleaning to do more cleaning. I'd rather just save that for my day off. But then really on my day off, I should be enjoying doing other things. Maybe I'll just get a cleaner myself. I'll go to work to clean, to pay the cleaner to clean. I've said clean too much now. It's kind of become one of those words. It's like if you say sock too much, the word loses all meaning, doesn't it? Sock. Sock. No, don't try that. The last time I did that, I had some sort of, I think they call it an existential crisis. The word lost all meaning and I suddenly panicked that all words had lost all meaning. And then I kind of felt detached from reality and proper had an anxiety attack. All because I said the word sock too much. This is what happens in my head. This is what happens in my head. And people tell me, oh, it's normal. I don't think it's that normal. I've never heard anyone have an existential crisis and detach from reality because they mentioned the word sock too many times. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been discharged from my therapist. I should have kept going. But that's a little, there's a happy little story for you. I have indeed been discharged from my therapist. Yay! Round of applause for me, please. I have finished my EMDR therapy. I now just have to work on it and keep practicing the things that we talk through in therapy and keep going. But for now, yep, I'm done. I'm hoping that if I do manage to keep doing the work, that I won't need to go back to therapy. Because at 42, I have been in therapy consistently since primary school. Since late primary school. I can't remember the first time, But I was taken to see a child psychologist. And yes, since then, since late primary school, I've been in therapy pretty much ever since, on and off. So yeah, I'm hoping now at 42, I can just work on myself and kind of be done with therapy. Somehow I kind of get the feeling I might need a refresher, but who knows? I'll keep trying. I'll keep working on it. All right, and with the last touches of that shower curtain going in, I've done it. I've completed the bathroom deep clean. It took me 3 hours to clean this tiny little room, which is giving me nerves for doing the bigger rooms. But here it is. All the tiles have been wiped down and clean. The unit has been fully cleaned. I don't do the glass. You just didn't see it. The shower's been cleaned. Look at those squeaky clean tiles. It is absolutely beautiful in it, and I tell you, it smells like heaven. There is no more dust and dirt on the blinds. The taps are lime scale free. I was using white vinegar on those taps, by the way. Worked a charm. I've got my oil burner going. Everything is beautiful and clean. I'm going to show you it at night because I think it looks even more squeaky clean, warm and magical at night. Yeah, I never thought I'd say my bathroom was magical, but it is. So I will show you all that at night time. So 3 hours to clean this tiny room. But wow, was it worth it? It smells so good. And even the toilet, look at that. The toilet's clean and shiny, no lime scale. And here she is at night time. Doesn't look much different on camera really, but there's a nice warm yellow orange glow to the bathroom at night time. But you can't pick that up on camera, so I don't know why I tried. Anyway, that's the bathroom done. We'll see you in the next deep clean video. Bye for now.